Patterned paper and cute little ghosts makes a super fun and sweet Halloween card. Hey everyone, it's Joy here. Welcome to my channel. Okay, so this is where I'm going to be using the Ghost die, Spooktacular die, and the spooky patterned paper, which has fun oranges and pinks to make this really kind of sweet ghost card. I am loving this background right here, so we're going to start with this. And I want to use some patterned paper for the Spooktacular die. I'm really into spider webs right now. I don't know why, I just think it's so fun. And I'm gonna use this really fun pink. We're gonna create this two-tone color on this Spooktacular die. It also has your shadow piece, and it has some cute other little starburst things. I'm not gonna use that. So let's cut our first part for our sentiment here. I'm going to just put this on my magnetic mat from scrapbook.com. I want the spider webs lined up for the word spook. So I'm lining it up on the paper, making sure that I can get a good amount of spider webs. I don't want to just have a lot of black. So I'm going to run that through the die cut machine and then run it through one more time with that pink. Then I have my shadow piece that I die cut from white cardstock, and I'm just going to line up the black spiderwebbed one first. I'm going to trim off the S and the O of the pink one because I just want the bottom that says tacular because the sentiment says spooktacular. So I'm going to trim that off. That way we can just lay that on top and you're going to get this two-toned die cut look. So let's glue this down to our white shadow piece. I think this sentiment die is absolutely fantastic to have in your stash. It's so super cute, and doing it lots of different colors just really gives you lots of options. So I just think this is a super, super fun die. And of course, the sentiment itself, Spooktacular, is really cute. Now, I did not die cut this multiple times like I do a lot of times with my sentiments. You could do that and it would give it a lot of dimension. I didn't feel like it needed it because it was two-toned and that gave it a lot of interest. Now let's add that pink part of the sentiment down over the other part. You could cut the other part off, but to me this was like the guideline and it worked out fine. But isn't that so cute? What a fun sentiment. This is just going to be like the centerpiece to our background. I am using Honeybee Stamps Scalloped A2 dies. This is the largest one that I'm going to die cut from that really fun pumpkin and Happy Halloween banner and bats background. I'm going to just make sure it's lined up good, tape that with my mint tape, and run it through my die cut machine. Now, when I have patterned paper in the background, and especially because I'm using all similar colors, if I just put the Spooktacular sentiment on here, it kind of would get lost along with the ghosts. So something that I like to do on my cards to be able to use a really busy pattern paper is bring in some vellum and adhere it directly to that. So I'm going to take the next size smaller scalloped frame and die cut that from vellum. So when you lay this over the top, it just diffuses it just enough. So when you put your sentiment and your ghosts on there, you can really see what's going on. Now those three little ghosts from the ghost die, I die cut from white and that same pink cardstock that I used for the sentiment. I'm going to have a little pink shadow. So I'm going to offset the top layer just a little bit. So on one side, you'll just see a little bit of that pink. And I thought, oh, how playful and cute. I just think this is a sweet Halloween card. Now these do have eyes, which I will die cut here in just a little bit. But I did want to get the bodies together. I just think these ghosts are so much fun. Then a little bit of foam adhesive. This is like a 2mm foam adhesive behind that sentiment. That's going to go right in the center. I'm going to adhere that to my vellum first, and this is how I like to do my vellum. Once you get a big image or all of your images down on your vellum, then you can add your other adhesive and you can hide it behind that image. So I'm going to use tape runner and some liquid glue so it will really hold in place, and then I can center that. And I liked that it was a smaller scallop frame because then you could see the bright patterned paper around the edges and then give it that frosted look, but I did have it upside down, but then give it that frosted look in the center. So how cute is that? This pattern paper is so fun. I'm sure some of you saw that it was upside down. You were probably thinking, oh my gosh, Joy, please fix it. Please fix it. So thankfully I saw that. So this is where I want to place my ghosts, but I do want to add their little eyeballs. So I'm going to use scrapbook.com's mixed media black cardstock. And then I can just take that little eyeball die right there. Maybe if I can get it off the tape. And then I'm going to run that through my die cut machine 3 times for all the cute little eyeballs. And it did stay in the paper, so I didn't lose any little eyeballs anywhere. I could just pop them out and then put them on. So I think I had to go grab my paper. So let me just run that through really quick. Now let's glue our eyes. I'm just going to do 2 tiny little dots of glue, popping those out with my Pick Pro tool, and then I can just flip the tool around and it has that little sticky end to grab those eyes and put them in place. I love this tool, you guys, so very much. It is so handy dandy for me. Let me get that other eye out. And I'm just kind of gluing them a little bit at an angle. They almost look a little dopey. But they're really cute little ghosts. I love the different shapes of these. They're so much fun. So I just put these 2 eyes on. And I am also going to pop these ghosts up as well with 2mm foam adhesive strips, because I do want these guys to have a little bit of dimension as well. I want this one to look like he's going to come, like he's coming out of this sentiment, and the other guy is kind of next to it and the one's floating at the bottom. So little bits of foam adhesive. I just think this is such a great little card. These ghosts are so cute. I like that pink shadow. You could also do like a gray shadow or a black shadow behind it. That would be pretty cool too. But I love all the pink in this card. I do like a little bit of pink at the Halloween. Then I'm going to use the Trick or Treat stamp and die for the sentiment. It's going to say Ghostly Greetings. I'm going to just use my Misty, ink that up with some black ink, and the coordinating die for it has nice little rounded edges, which I thought actually really was perfect for this card. So let's stamp that. Let's get a good sentiment. I'm using Honeybee Stamps Intense Black ink. And then I'm going to just grab that little die. And I can tape this down with some low tack tape, which I use mint tape. And then I can run it through my die cut machine. But let me get it out of there. And some of the other bigger sentiments in that Trick or Treat stamp set also has coordinating dies. It's really fabulous. So again, foam adhesive, a little bit of liquid glue because it is going to overlap that ghost. And I feel like that one kind of looks like he's coming out of the sentiment as well. And this will be adhered to a white A2 size card base. And then I'm using black pops of color just on the vellum to add a little something extra. And then we can take a look at this up close. It's just so super cute, you guys. I love this. Hey, comment below for me. Do you guys like using patterned paper? I am really trying to get into the patterned paper thing because I just love it and I'm addicted to paper, but I just struggle to use it. So leave me a comment below what you guys think. Thank you guys so much for supporting me, stopping by and watching. I hope that you enjoyed this video and I hope you enjoyed this project. Thank you to my patrons, and if you want to become one, you can click the link below in the description.